Hello, hello. Welcome to the Alarm Bachut Hour. Happy Monday, happy autumnal equinox. It is time for the better half of the year to begin, isn't it? Heyo, Ark. That's right, it's Allen time. How you doing? Glad to have you here bright and early. You know who's not bright and early? Well, me, in terms of stream. But I had to wake up like an hour earlier than normal because I'm going to the phlebotomist in the morning. So I need to not have eaten anything for 10 hours before that. And if I slept my normal amount, then I would have awoken during that 10-hour range of no eating, and then I wouldn't get to eat anything in a super long time, and that would be weird for my test results probably, and I would also feel like crap, I assume. So I had to wake up early to be allowed to eat, and now I'm here to stream. So as to just be killing some time. Sounds miserable? Yeah, I'm sure that for most people they eat a normal dinner and whatever before going to bed, and then they sleep, and then in the morning they have their lab appointment. And like they don't have to be fasting in that sense. They kind of just have to skip breakfast, or not even skip, but delay it a little bit. But I am used to skipping meals, not really eating anything prior to stream or during stream or for several hours after stream. So I don't foresee a problem. But yeah, the misery is just waking up an hour early, not because it cuts my night short, but because when I know that I have an alarm that's not going off at the usual time, I just never sleep well. I just have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. Well, that's what that is. Shall we get into some Breath of Fire? Is it? Let's move these things over around here. Yep, here we go. So yeah, we're doing this today because we beat Chrono Cross last time, and because of all of this, and also for Ark's schedule's sake, we'll be doing the viewer request stream of Brave Battle Saga tomorrow. Tomorrow's the plan. So now this music has me in the mood for Trials of Mana now. You should go play that. I don't know when I would ever replay that, but I suppose I should play the 2D version of that and go with a party of just all dudes, so that then I have all of the experience of that. Yeah, I want to do the BBS tomorrow. It's the plan, sticking to it. Alright, let's, it's been over a month since we've been here in the fan translation, so I might be a little rusty. I might be a little out of practice. I had to look at the screenshots that I had taken of the translation in order to find out where exactly we left off. And yeah, it's ringing a bell now. So we went through Sima Fort, as it's called in the official translation. But we didn't go as far as getting Bo/Bosch back yet. So what this means is that unfortunately, or not so unfortunately, we have to do a bunch of grinding at the very start. Well, maybe not have to, but I want to. I wanna have my boy in shape for dealing with the solo segment. Alright, let's see that my screenshot button is working. Yep, cool. So here we are turning in Phantom Thief Patty, the Rich Man Trout. Okay, come in and run away. Okay, so yeah, that's one we gotta keep in the folder of all the excessive profanity. So, in real life, in 2007, this is something I also checked today. In 2007, the Wii version of this game had to censor damn into darn. And this translation in 2009 is just going hard all over the place with things that would never fly at the time, much less in the 90s. I'm pretty sure it was the Wii version that was the first one to be censored. If it was the Game Boy Advance version, that would have been even earlier, right? Earlier than 2007. What year was that? That was earlier. Yeah, that's that's yeah, okay, so what Patty's saying is pretty unchanged. Here to find a single thing on a line. Do you have any? No, you just repeat yourself. You just repeat yourself. They all just repeat themselves. I'll just help myself to an antidote. By the way, how's the game volume? Like it shouldn't be any different from any other time that I've done this. I just feel like it's way lower than I'm used to. Yeah, it is a smidge quiet. Why is it a smidge quiet? Excuse me. Yeah, none of that has been changed. Yeah, let's what happens if I do this? How about now? It's a bun whale. I really prefer the term whale cake, which I feel is more descriptive, is more vivid. Bun whale, like what? Bun whale just sounds backward. Like if you want it to be like a pastry, then whale bun, I would accept, but bun whale, why? Who do you believe now? Yeah, your body bar will be in the clear now. Found the real thief, yep. Thank heavens. Is Bosch alright? Does he know about this yet? Must speak with Bosch to serve as an apology. Yep. Now we have access to the Bosch. Who rejoins us at level 8. So now we're gonna go just grind and chill and take it easy. Of course, I forget. Who did I take into Township? Have I recruited any meaningful NPCs? What was my plan with this? This house is still empty. Then this one's probably 2. No, wait, no, we have the armor here. Okay. Unbreakable is real expensive. And did we take Whoopi in here? Yeah, there's Whoopi. So we want to get some levels and some equipment on Bosch. Therefore, we're just gonna have ourselves a chill little grind session. So how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? How you celebrating the equinox? Equinox is a funny word. Did I do anything important yesterday? So you know how I'm all the time talking about riding my exercise bike for 2 hours? I might need to get a new one or get some repairs done on this somehow, because I'm having trouble with my bike. The one pedal is like all kinds of rusty on the inside. The screw, the bolt, the whatever is in there, it just makes awful creaking sounds the whole time. Like utterly unbearable. And the other pedal, you know, it's a thing of plastic that I put my foot on, right? And it's like the back half of it is like half like falling off. It's cracked really bad. So I would like to replace both of them somehow and see where it goes from there. but like I've had this bike in particular for a year. I feel like it's. I'm gonna feel so bad about myself if it's the case that like I break the first bike by riding it so hard that that the handles completely fall off. Like the metal breaks apart so there is nothing to attach to. And then the second one I bike so hard that the pedals disintegrate. But yeah, what's the sword trigger that changes the battle theme for the rest of the game? This is not the new battle theme. The new battle theme, I believe, starts... It has something to do with meeting the Great Tree. The overworld music changing, however, that's soon. Or has the overworld music might have already changed. I think the overworld music changed now after we got Bosch back. Yeah, that's what that is. Now, if I could give myself a roast, that would be an extra little thing of money for the better equipment. Oh man. Oh, I didn't think I would have that much success with hunting. So how much money did I have? We have 2,000 and change, which isn't enough for the one unbreakable armor. If I sold my roasts, I would have just about the right amount. What else is going on? Well, in terms of Breath of Fire and research, I started reading Flowers for Algernon. I read some 20 pages out of 200, so 10%. Go through it in 10 days. That seems like a reasonable pace that I would enjoy myself, and it wouldn't be a problem. Can't say that I've seen any overt Breath of Fire connections in it yet. But we'll see. Like, maybe the whole Daniel Keyes Algernon boss fight reference thingy, maybe it's just a reference. Maybe it's just a random name drop. Maybe it has no greater bearing. That would be totally fine. but I need to know. Why is my team in normal formation anyway? I guess they ended up that way after I went and showed Patty to Bosch. That would explain that. Like, it would actually be totally fine if Flowers for Algernon had nothing to do with this game, because then I don't really have to write a whole analysis and section about it in my video essay. Like, that would save me a lot of trouble. But I'm already making myself more trouble because I have in fact ordered a copy of the complete Earthsea series. Because I need to know. And I've started suspecting that it's more likely that that one might have something that I'm looking for in it. Like, there is a part of me that is wondering. So, Flowers for Algernon. Algernon is a rat. In the early concept art for characters in Breath of Fire 2, there was like a proposed rat character that I guess would be part of the same tribe as the rats that you like, you shrink down to their size and beat up a cockroach to save them, and they help you get back to normal size. Like, it would be one of them teeny tiny rats. I wonder if the Algernon name is there to somehow link to that, or if this rat character would have somehow been part of that Oopa Roopa quest. Like, originally the Oopa Roopa would have been a rat, and the rat would have become a party member. Who knows? Wildly speculating is fun. Anyway, Rad got a level in here, so I could swap them out. Gotta keep my characters as evenly leveled as I can to keep the goblins asleep. 15, 13. Stan or Nina? Let's take Nina. Cash situation 3,300. Yeah, that's enough for the Unbreakable. Let's go pick that one up. So here's another random thing that happened, or that I noticed. So you know I have my VOD channel. I'm posting my live streams after the fact over there, and recently I've posted basically everything that I've streamed this year that was saved in some fashion somewhere, and so the VOD for the Brotato stream. Brotato, for whatever reason, it got like 100 views, which isn't a lot in terms of making a career out of video uploads, but for like a VOD channel that I expect to get 0 views or only views by some bots for a second, it's an outlier. Why so much presumably bot interests in Brotato rather than anything else? What's it about that one? I'll ask if you remember me now that you made it big. The mistake you're making is assuming I remember you even now. To me, it's funny. It's funny. Now you have the permission to return the favor. See, what I would have done is I would have been mean to you in the way that I'm usually mean to you, which is that I would start next stream by booting up some game that you hate instead of the game that you demanded. But I've already done that with... I've already done that with Secret of Evermore and beaten Secret of Evermore, and I've already done that with Tales of Berseria. I don't know what's left that I could boot up. So... it might be time to retire that bit. Which is, unfortunate. It was a good bed. Maybe you need to become more of an outspoken hater. Just so I can... Well, but of course... Like, you already know what I would do with it if you put that information out there. Like, the element of surprise is gone, as it already would have been after I did it the second time. Like we had the setup, then there's the reminder, but like, after the reminder, there can't really be a payoff anymore. Like, it's the punchline is like spoiled. So instead I'm gonna offer this up. I'm gonna think about what games would I get mad if I saw. What game would make me mad if you booted it up? If I had done like a viewer request or something. What would actually? I mean, I've certainly been a great big hater of Golden Sun. I feel like that's the primary thing that has drawn my ire over a long time. But I've been away from Golden Sun for so long that there is a part of me that's like, I feel like I might need to reevaluate it a little bit. And because now I have more context of what Camelot were doing with the Shining series and Beyond the Beyond before that. And to put the Golden Sun in that context. And also in terms of how there weren't really any other traditional RPGs on the GBA. And like if I can get away from the part where I paid 60 euros for it and it was only half a game. Now if I play it and money has no meaning and it's a little on the shorter side, then maybe that's just a better paced experience that doesn't overstay its welcome. Like, there is potential that I might enjoy it more now than I did then, so I don't know. What else? I mean, Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild ruined Zelda for me. I was just so bored with it, and all that. But at the same time, I think now I'm a little, I might even be, like, it's gonna sound strange, man. I might be grateful to Breath of the Wild for ruining Zelda for me, because it's just, you know, it's liberating not to have to care about Nintendo's big series, because then I don't have to spend big money on a new console with, you know, extra expensive games, overpriced games, and other silly anti-consumer features. Not caring about the popular thing is a mixed blessing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much I've ever felt the downside. But I certainly haven't cared about popular thing very much. Since Pokemon first launched. But yeah, if Breath of the Wild and Golden Sun wouldn't make me mad? What would make me mad? Problem is, if I'm indifferent to something, quickly turn to outright dislike for it when it becomes impossible to escape hearing about the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had to put Uma Musume as like a muted word temporarily on the socials, because I was sure people were gonna get tired of it eventually, but yeah. Me with Silk Song, also valid. Okay, I'm gonna look. Yeah, what would probably get me mad would be some David Cage games. Like if you were booting up Beyond Two Souls or Indigo Prophecy or Detroit Become Human, I would probably be like, I would be like, well, how did you even know that you would get my goat with that? Because I never talk about them. So that stupid Donkey Kong game? I feel like I didn't actually see that much Bonanza hype. There was some. Am I just forgetting because it's been like a month already, or two, or however long? David Cage games and Bluebird Teams The Medium. Yep, yeah, if you booted up basically anything by Bluebird Team, I would be like, yeah, no. Don't do that. Actually, Bravely Default might be the one that would get me the maddest. I feel like Bravely Default is a safe pick still, as does make Alan mad. Oh, stamina up. I don't know if I would be mad about Lunar Dragon Song. I feel like I would just I would be more amused. Like it's kind of just so bad it's funny. Maybe it's hard to make me real mad. Oh, right. There goes the shaman. Let's get the fusing. That granny is so verbose. How are we doing on money right now? Almost 4,000. Did I need to get anything here for anybody other than Bosch? Yeah. The demon shield would be an improvement there. And there. The unbreakable there. Fearless. Better than Soul Blade, but yeah. Gotta get Bosch a weapon first. Ride in a little boat. There's a crossbow. Look at that. 16 more points of attack. I don't remember if I asked this or not, so apologies. Was it ever confirmed that Bo or Karn are the same Bo and Karn from Breath of Fire 1? I mean, they are just cameo characters. So I don't think there's any additional confirmation. Like, I would say that they are definitely the same characters as Breath of Fire 1, Bo and Karn, but like, you know, it's not like, it's not canonical in any sense. Like, it's just there. It's just there to be funny. Like, you would think that bringing Blue there would have them have some interaction. Like, I remember you two from that one thing we did some 500 years ago. I know how I'm still here. How are you still here? But like the fact that Blue is playable is what makes it confusing that you have cameo characters that are just cameo characters. But at the same time, they also kind of did that in Breath of Fire 4 with Ray and Tipo. Because in 4, Momo shows up as a master, and she like specifically explains something about how like she was doing some experiment and ended up in another dimension. So like separating the timelines and continuities, but also justifying her appearance, which then makes it harder to justify. Well, how come Ray and Tipo are there and have this little shop after you beat the game? It's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to. It's a cameo. It's fine. Yeah, it's kind of wild how half of the cast of Breath of Fire 1, at least, are in this. So you have Blue, and you have Nina as the Guardian in Windia, and then you have Bo and Karn. So that's 4 out of 8. You don't get Mogu the Mole. You don't get Ox. You don't get Gobi. If you wanna put on some tinfoil, if you wanna headcanon it, the Dragon Man behind the waterfall, who gives you the upgraded dragon powers, in the official translation, he says, "Guess who I am? Hint, I'm the wise Dragon Man." He could be Ryu from Breath of Fire 1, passing on some of his dragon powers. Because that's very much how the dragon powers were obtained in the first game. Like, you had to go through these trials and then be granted those blessings. Dragon Power is one of my only bees with this game. The other games in the series have actual big boy transformation, not FF style summons. I do agree that from a gameplay perspective, just having these nukes that use up all your AP, it's not very interesting, gameplay mechanics wise. Like, it seems like a downgrade from the first game. Narratively, I would see it as this Ryu is not, like, you know, he's only half dragon. He's only half dragon. Original Ryu, fully dragon, no problem. This Ryu only half dragon, and his power is only newly awakened, didn't know about his dragon lineage. Doesn't have the ability to sustain it. And then in the bad ending, when he makes himself a super big dragon, then he, all he can do with that is just fall asleep forever. Also a lot more impulsive and aggressive. At least 1 in 3, maybe 4. Makes sense. He just explosional conservation. Yeah, Ryuban doesn't really have a lot. A lot of that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Zen's 18. So that's everybody other than Tapita and Bosch at 18, I believe. Ryu 1 is protagonist, TM. Ryu 3 is scared little kid. Ryu 4 is a little hot-headed, but also kind of dopey. Yeah, Ryu 4 is... He is a land of contrasts. He's a... It's not easy being born as an adult. Look, he hasn't had the opportunity to catch up to the social cues and emotional maturity. Heyo, Darkman! How you doing? Welcome to a casual little grind session. Doing okay, made a sandwich, ate it, now it's gone. Nice. I made myself some rye sandwiches. A little ham and salami and cheese and pickles. And that's all I'm gonna have to eat for some 10 hours until I go see the phlebotomist. Yay. I'm trying to think how much I agree with Ryu 2 being a troublemaker through and through. Because... well, he does make good trouble. Like, he... you know... taking that bullet for Cat? And how people... constantly... like, not get on his case, but make the observation, yeah, you're soft-hearted. Like, I don't think he would have as much of a capacity of making all these friends if he were just a troublemaker. He stole a man's identity and entered a fighting tournament because he had reason to believe that the culprit who framed his only friend, basically only family, was in there, and he didn't have a choice. That was the only way. I'm saying he's a bad guy, saying he's a rabble-rouser. He does rouse some rabble. So when the cooking contest happened, and Ryu had to eat all of the frog food, does that get any points in either the column of being a troublemaker, or does that put him in the soft-hearted camp? Is it like he puts up with eating it because he believes in Sean's innocence and wants to do right by his friend, or is he like, ah, oh, freaking sweet food, and then he realizes, wait, this is bugs, and then he barfs, and then he causes the situation. Like, what's is that one? Is that one anything? Like, what is your preferred read on that one? I think that's, oh god, I don't know what to do, panic. Makes me at least very much, I didn't think this through. Yeah, the text doesn't give you a lot to go off on his mental state right there. So I think you get to project a little bit of yourself there. Yeah, maybe I'm projecting a bit too much of myself onto Ryu, but I kind of got the impression that he's a bit of a people pleaser. Like, he doesn't necessarily put up a fuss about fetching his sister who's running away from the nap, and then he seeks the employment at the guild so that he can help people, and he's trying to help his buddy Bosch by finding the real culprit, and he's trying to make it up to the shamans by building them a town, and you know, he has to, like, he jumps in front of that bullet, in front of that poison needle. And there's not a lot of, like, immediate reason why they have to help a transformed frog in the forest. They could have been like, I'm not going to a witch's tower. I'm busy looking for this this bat-like woman. But I guess they didn't really have any other hint to go by. Like, maybe for all they know, the witch could have had bat wings. Oh yeah, maybe it's a little bit of two sides of the same coin. Like, you totally have the option of saying you don't want to go look after Yua, even if in the end you're forced to do so. Maybe he joins the Ranger Guild because that's the only thing he can do, and it gets him some reasonable outlet for his personality and abilities, and is not capable of doing much else. And yeah, jumping, you know, body blocking, taking the poison needle, very impulsive. Burning down Granny's house. I mean, he didn't know that was gonna happen, but still a little bit of having to take responsibility for that. You can be a people pleaser and an impulsive hot. Yeah. It's kind of a lot of personality for a mute. Don't you think? Your one reason to me is 80s shonen protagonist. I don't know anything about shonen, but collector, brave, noble. Yeah. Stoic, perhaps? Your two reasons to me is 90s shonen protagonist. Hot-headed, impulsive, kind, selfless. Okay. Stoic is a good word. Yeah, it is a good word. I like that word. It's also a fun word to mispronounce, like stoic. One of those cases where taking a two-syllable words and making it a one-syllable word kind of works out. Whereas usually it's more fun to do it the opposite way and saying boat instead of boat. Did you just say doing? No, doing. Oh, well, we spelled it the same. Check out all my hydraulics. Yeah. Today is a good day for falling down the Homestar Runner brain rot hole. Because we're just grinding, and I'm sleepy. Just keep that up. That's the language I speak. Should I stream the Homestar Halloween point and click 'em up thingy that they put on Steam some year ago? Because I have it. I think I played an old like Flash version of it. But there's some new and voice acted thing. And I might want an excuse to get it out of that backlog. Could be fun.
could probably have Rand cast in Thunder or whatever it's called. That would really soften the crabs up. Okay, gonna continue grinding until Tapita and Bosch are both level 18. It's not that far off. Jolt, they call it. Oh yeah, that more than softens them up. That was actually better than I realized. I guess that was a cred? Well, that was a crit. Okay. Never mind the jolt. I'm sad that Silent Hill F is $80. 80 euros on Steam. I'm not gonna buy it. It seems cool. I liked Silent Hill 1 forever ago. Kind of. I remember it. I remember how I felt playing it. It'd be nice if they had another good game in that series. But $80 is just not reasonable. How's the experience coming along? 1,000 more for Tapita. 1,600 more for Bosch. Do I need to do anything to mentally prepare for Brave Battle Saga? It's been a while since I played anything Genesis. I think if anything, I wanna look up what that game's contemporaries on the system were, because it's not like a lot. Genesis didn't have a huge wealth of RPGs. And it's not quite the case that, like the Super Nintendo, that there's many more that didn't get translated at the time. I want to check that just to like align my expectations or points of comparison. So sleepy. Actually, being this sleepy feels like it could work in my favor. Like, it seems thematically appropriate if I get as far as getting Grandpa the Whale. Ooh, another stamina up. Actually, give that one to Ryu. Need a guts belt. Anybody need a guts belt? I don't think it's that important. I just keep running into these double stacks of crabs. No triples, though. There's 18. Level 18 to get the weak ice spell. How's Rand looking? Okay, yeah. Still a ways away from a level up. He levels up slowly. Oh, come on. There's Bosch at level 18. That concludes our grind session. Perfect. Who do I want to have in the party for this? I suppose there's nothing wrong with this, though I do need to take Lyn into the party soon enough. So we gotta take Bosch and go see Kilgore. That is our current objective. Do you have anything to say? Nothing worth screenshotting. Reality drama. Sit around and watch everybody carry on their ordinary, mundane lives. Okay, so he doesn't acknowledge the fact that Bosch is there at all. You ladies saying anything new? Nope. You come just as expected. Self-rejecting caused no end of grief for you, Bosch. Let me offer my apologies. And my deepest apologies. It's my fault you were nearly arrested. I should never involve you in my personal affairs. Eat as much as you like. Yet I must offer you my apologies. That's very repetitive. Anybody have a thesaurus lying around? Is he purposefully avoiding saying that he begs forgiveness? Syracuse almost in Present Academy. Don't sweat it, Pops. I just need to lay off of the jerky treats. Boy, have I gotten slow these days. Yeah, jerky treat, cause he's a dog, you see. Making a pudgy fat joke at his own expense. I mean, it's better that he makes it that joke at his own expense than anybody else doing it, but come on. That's not in the original script. It's all water under the dam, right? That's kind of a fun line. Water under the dam, because that's like a metaphor. That's not how that saying goes. So what does Bo say in the original? In this original conversation right here, where is it? Okay, in the original, Bo just says... okay, in the original, Kilgore says, "I'm really sorry, it was all my fault." Taking responsibility in ways that just doesn't sound so repetitive. Yeah, if I'm looking at Kilgore's text here, he says, "Oh, welcome. I caused terrible problems for Bo because of my selfishness. I do apologize. Please let me make it up to you. I'm really sorry for the trouble I caused you. If I didn't ask you to do such a thing, well, anyway, please come in. Really sorry. It was all my fault." Yeah, he's... the original Kilgore is not as repetitive. He has a more varied language in the way that he's groveling. And then Bo responds, "Oh no, I'm the one that blew it. Besides, it's all over now." So adding the Malefor is the kind of literary twist that I appreciate. I don't know that it's in Bo's nature to be this clever and humorous, but it's in just as a little thing of writing. That's fine, but like taking "oh no, I'm the one that blew it" and stretching it out to a whole thing about being slow and fat, that's too much. It's too much. And also, Bosch. The first thing Bosch said here was, "Don't sweat it, Pops." Like he, like, it doesn't. It doesn't feel right that Bosch is both like taking some of the responsibility and the blame on himself to lighten it off of Kilgore's load, while at the same time being like, no big deal. Like these sentiments are in contradiction. Well, yes. Something you're not telling me? I don't really want to have to ask you this, but I need you to sneak into Trout's mansion again. I shouldn't be asking you to do this, but there's something foul about that man. He's a ruthless man whose greed knows no bounds. If left unchecked, he could prove to be the ruin of us all. No problem, Pops. That jerk Trout gives me the creeps too, besides I owe him 2 or 3 for getting me run out of town. Then you'll do it? Does a Bellbull have horns? Alright, okay. Yeah, we're... I don't think that Bo/Bosch is that quippy and that clever. So in the original, Kilgore says, "I know I'm out of line, but I can't get Trout out of my mind. If we let him be, something terrible will happen. That's just the way I feel." Which I feel does a better job of setting an ominous and mysterious tone to it, rather than just going in on Trout's personality flaws of ruthlessness and greed and whatever. Like, I feel that the original translation makes it clear that Kilgore doesn't have any evidence, any direct accusation against Trout. It's just vibes. Of course, I think that works better. Hey, Ham. If I'm your Bullwinkle, does that make you my Adrian? Because Rocky Balboa? See how I did the twist there? I'm tired. How are you doing? Besides, when have I ever backed... Okay, wait. Besides, when have I ever backed down from a bad idea? Is this not like a direct strong bad quote? Is this not a direct strong bad? Ark, help me out here. Is this not a direct strong bad? This is very... It would be really cool if the Homestar Wiki didn't have the slowest servers in the world. Hang on, I'm looking. I'm trying to load a website. Well, I guess we can see a few more lines of dialogue while we wait for the website. Oh, this is it. If I get caught snooping around Trust Mansion again, I'm as good as dead. It's all for a good cause, right? Just let me handle this, I'm not gonna dump my problems on you guys again. No, Ryu, I'm not letting you get involved in this. No, Ryu, I'm not letting you get involved in this. I almost got thrown in jail because of that creep trout, and I'm going to find out why. I'm going to this mansion to debug the truth, and you can't stop me. Wait. No, Ryu, I'm not letting you get involved in this? But this implies a characterization of Ryu here that, like, we were discussing earlier about how Ryu is this, he has this reckless streak. He is impulsive, but and he's also a do-gooder. Like, it would be in his character to like volunteer here to be like, yeah, I'm a do it. But even if it's in his character, it's I still don't like this change here, though. Because in the original, it's Bo saying, Ryu, I did alone last time, let me do it. I know that Trout is hiding something. And in the end, Bo asks, do you want to come with me? Like, it changes the tone of their interaction very much. Weather's dropped more than 20 degrees in the last 2 days here, from 30 to 10. Crazy. That is an incredible drop. That is wild. But congratulations. I hope it stays in the 10-ish range. There is no reason it should be 30 in September. Good lord. Do I have a button here for Alchemy 2? Are you nuts? It'll be both our necks on the line if we screw up. Crowd's a tight-fisted old bastard. As far as we know, he's legit. Working entirely on a hunch here. Compare that with... Where is it? Compare with, they may hang us for this. There's no evidence of him doing anything illegal. It's just a hunch that I have. The normal violent woman is disposed. Transferred to some. It would cause him to jail. There. Someone to come, of course. You know, you're completely. Yeah. This whole nutty business really isn't part of it really isn't part of Bo's conversation in the original. Like, it just feels like there's a heightened aggression coming off of Bosch here. Like, what are you, nuts? I don't know about all this. Get bonked. Let's get moving. Do a little pirouette. Where do we start looking? Oh, I think first we do a little reordering. No real change there. Hello, Xion. How's it going? Uh-oh, we've got company. Doesn't that look suspicious? Let's check it out. Sup? Okay. A lot of bold text and profanity. Whoa. Did I get all of that? I was pushing the button. Did I get all of that? I feel like my button wasn't working. Did I get all of that? Okay, I think I did. Yep, good, great. Some sort of mistake? I'm not thinking, just a humble peddler selling button whales. Man imprisoned me here, sold all my wares. I had no idea my buttons were in such demand around these parts. Hey. All Dutroud was dirty. As the Phantom Thieves' Code of Honor will steal from bastards who deserve to be stolen from. This script really loves to say bastard. The script feels so incredibly South Park brained. Portly pillager himself. Good alliteration. No reason to keep harping on Bo for being fat. Like, that is entirely a fabrication of the fan translation. Joker from Overwatch. Can you even say it's Joker from Overwatch when it's only a skin, right? Game's over for you, Trident, and all the money in the world is gonna let you continue. Ooh, why are you talking all video gamey? Alright. He goes for Patricia. I've really thought a lot about the name Patty and what it means and why it's a running bit that and then nobody calls her by that name or gets it wrong. Finally, the groceries ordered are coming. Nice. How long ago did you order? Only 2 hours late. Ooh. But you're getting home delivery? I miss home delivery. We had that when the coronavirus. Nowadays we can place an order, but only for like pickup. They will assemble all of the things we want, and it costs us $5, and then we can just go and pick it up at our convenience. But that still has its uses. Ordered yesterday. Yeah, that makes sense. Stores need the time to get all that in order. It's going to belong to me. Pulled my fat out of the fire. What kind of phrase is that? You guys can have this. I was gonna give it back to the guy who was stolen from in the first place, but I think he'd appreciate it if you gave it to him yourself. Is that how that goes in the original? The major difference is that in the original, Patty seems more appreciative. She says, "I should thank you." Nothing about pulling her fat out of the fire. A lot to learn about stealing, but you're talented in killing monsters. I'll give this back to you. Okay. I'll give this back to you. I'll say goodbye now. So the part about her intending to give that to Kilgore, that is not in the original. That is not in the original. In the original, Patty did not intend to Why would Patty care about stealing the Whisper Hood from Trout on to return to Kilgore? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Kilgore with one L, yes. It's a Kurt Vonnegut reference. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. Say Patty wanted to steal the Whisper Hood and give it to Kilgore. Why did she not do that? Is that only because Bo happened to break in at the same time, and it caused the stir? So she had to flee. But there's a Killer Instinct character with the same name? In the original Killer Instinct, there was a Fulgore. Is there a new one named Kilgore since then? Because I was definitely thinking about Fulgore at the time. Both? I should look that up. Yeah, but I don't see this making any sense about... This doesn't make any sense. Why would Patty want to steal a valuable relic only to give it back? The translator doesn't understand the story. Patty is stealing all of this valuable stuff to sell off so that she can sponsor the resistance to the Ava Church. If she's trying to be a noble... If she's trying to be a noble thief, liberating treasures and returning them to the original, then she wouldn't be in Semafort trying to steal their legendary sword and getting caught. So what she's saying cannot be true. And I don't see a point to the translation adding a lie. I think that the translation just doesn't know the story. And wants to change Patty's character for some reason. This might actually be the worst part of the translation that I've seen so far. Like, dropping extra slurs is already reason enough not to recommend this, but changing a character motivation so it makes no sense, no. No, what are you doing? That hurts my brain. That hurts my brain. Thanks for something. What a great line, huh? I don't know if we just got thanked or insulted. Yeah, why are there so many added little lines about Bosch thinking Patty is cute? Stop that. Anyway. Makes you think of the old saying, people are possessed by wealth. Okay, Bosch being too proverbial and quippy again. So how's everyone beat the crap out of Trout? Man, I'm awesome. That's the kind of grudge match you only see in those cheesy stage show fights. Only this was for real. What? What are you talking about? Oh, Slippy? That's the first frog character that comes to mind. Okay. Demon fed on the greed and tries hard until it consumes him entirely. His fate is a warning you should all bear in mind. Before I forget, one Whisperhood just as advertised. Better late than never. So many quips. Quite the troublesome relic, isn't it? Since you worked hard to get it back, it's only fair that you should keep it as your reward. It's the least I can do. There are two more crimes coming in the name of money we've made you do. Demons and stuff of fairy tales. The Trout's downfall would put my mind at ease, but I have a feeling we haven't seen the end of this. Things sure taking a turn for the crazy. What do you think? Am I going nuts or is something really nasty brewing? I don't like this phrasing. You're crazy. Maybe I am, here's hoping. Whereas I think so too. Feel it too, huh? Something big and bad is about to happen. I can feel it. I liked it when they said something awful is about to happen. Something awful is just a fun little thing to say. Here's all the demon transformations we've seen up to this point. 4 of them. The fated child. We hadn't heard about the fated child since the very start of the game. When Yua just ran away. And we saw that big blueberry demon. Go birds. Something rides in the darkness. Ripples of change begin to spread, and before long they will engulf the world. Alright. Alright. We're about 2 hours in. There's gonna be some more plot, but I'm all out of water. My chalice is empty. So while we have this peaceful town music going on, let's take a BRB break and run those ads. See you soon.
Alright, I'm back. I got some search results out of that Homestar Wiki. But I don't think I put in the right search term. I don't know how to optimize their search engine to get the results that I want. And the results that I'm trying to open are loading very slowly. Slowest website in the world. Alright. Ryu, Bosch, you have to come with me to the guild right now. It's urgent. Whatever happened to welcome back? Even glad to see you're not arrested would be nice. I don't like this. I don't like this line. Hang on. In the original, what Bo says... In the original, Bo says one of the quippiest things that he ever says, which is, "Doesn't look like a welcome back party for me." So yeah, he does have some quippiness, so I can excuse some of the embellishments in his dialogue before. So strange not to have that here. Like, is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be quippy, funny? It just seems so rude, so dismissive. Saw a demon. Let's go near gate. Forest withered overnight. Hell spawned freak. Hold the carrier? See, what? Your attempts at being quippy are so bad. Also, why is Bosch calling everybody Pops? Both the Elder and Kilgore? Like, calm it down a little. I need to check the original again a little bit. So in the original script, the Elder mentioned the demon is so big that even the veteran rangers ran away. Like they are given some description of demon. Here, and that description then segues into Bosch given the full details. Like, big beast, 3 eyes, big hook claws, armor plating. But here, the chief just said, I pray, don't do anything reckless. They only saw madness in fighting this beast. No description. There's nothing for Bosch to make a segue out of. Like, this just flows worse from line to line. Adding the parentheses, like they're whispering. I don't think there was necessarily any implied whispering in the original. Heard this story before. Bad blood. This translation really seems to favor the idea that Ryu goes with Bosch. Like, this Bosch keeps saying we and us. Like, this line doesn't really play correctly when if you go through that segment with just Bosch solo. Like, you could have retained a little bit of that ambiguity if you changed us to yours truly or something to still have a bit of that sass. The smooching can wait until later. Oh boy. Imperatives. Your mission's journey to the town of Gate and escape the disturbance. Dynamic Duo is back in action. Don't call yourselves that. Don't look at Discord. Why am I not allowed to look at Discord? I'm not looking at Discord. This is an article. Done in Wally? What? Why change Worry to Wally? Probably a reference. I don't know off the top of my head. Heard of the Razor Grassman and can commune with plants. Enter the Zolive in the merest leaf and converse with it. Find one, listen, divining the deep. Blah, 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 blah. Come back in one piece. The One Piece? Got ourselves a plant person to find. Okay, before I look at Discord, I'm gonna glance at the Homestar Wiki and see if okay, yeah, no, that one didn't have what I'm looking for. Oh, this might be it. Oh, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I was looking for. Now, let me just find this in the screenshot that I took momentarily. So, when we were breaking into Trout's mansion. Bosch says, when have I ever backed down from a bad idea? Did I have an image display? I have an image display thing in here. Okay. And that's number 32? Oh, that's so deep in it's so hard to find images and display them. My folder structure does not lend itself towards fast and easy swapping of all of this overlay stuff. Okay, number 32 is this the picture? That is the picture. Picture? Okay, so let's let's move it over and begin. So this scaling properly? So that's a screenshot that I just took. That's Bosch saying, when have I ever backed down from a bad idea? Strong bad email number 125. Rock opera. Strong bad says, to tell you the truth, you guys have already heard most of my rock opera. I've been composing it over the last 3.5 years. It simply titles B-Mail, and the lyrics consist of one word from each of my 125 emails. Now, it may not make a whole lot of sense, but when have I ever backed down from a bad idea, right? Now let's get this train wreck a-rollin'. Strong bad email 125. Breath of Fire 2. Fan translation. Quoting Strong Bad. Right there. Like, bluntly, overtly. All the way. All the way. Hey, Running Wild Video! Welcome on in. That's a nice gonger you got there. Welcome to looking at the fan translation and getting mad at all the stuff that it does. It's been very enlightening. So I had previously gone through the game and taken a screenshot of all the lines of dialogue that I could scrape, and now I'm going through this because I hadn't played the fan translation in forever, and boy, yeah, it sure is something. It boggles my mind a little that there are people out there who are like championing this as the obviously superior version, and like the modding scene. Like somebody just released Breath of Fire 2 Definitive Edition, as they call it, which rebalances a lot of the game and whatever, and that's like only for the fan translation. Like, why? Certain working designs quality to it, while they're going full Tales of Fantasia. Yeah. I mean, it does make the gold fly in the Semaphore basement say the R slur. Just stepping it up from just calling you an idiot. Would have gone there too with Taiga. Oh boy. But yeah, working in designs is definitely a weird. Like, yeah, that's an apt point of comparison. I say, as this year I've for the first time played Albert Odyssey on the Saturn. And I vaguely recall a little bit of Lunar on Sega CD. Might remember, what was it on the PlayStation 1 that they made a Bill Clinton joke in one of the Lunar games? Definitive Edition is already pretty weird to me. Yeah, I do feel like Definitive Edition is a really pretentious name for any hack. Albert Odyssey, yeah, the Yo Mama joke, that was in there. I took a list. I've wrote some things down that really stood out to me. The one joke that kind of worked on me was you talk to some random NPC lady and she's like, does this dress look my butt look big? And I'm like, ugh, grown, lazy, boring, dated. But then you go to some soldier and he's like, does this armor make my ass look big? And I'm like, okay, that's funny. But it kind of only works if you talk to them in that order. Remember Definitive Edition played X5 and X6, every Castlevania game. I'm not that big into hacks, so I would not know. Chrono Trigger? You know, we just finished Chrono Cross, my first playthrough of Chrono Cross, so if you have opinions of that or want mine, I'm so ready. So ready always. Anyway, we gotta go looking for a Grassman, so we are gonna need Lyn in the party. We're gonna need Tapita to get there, and then we probably want somebody else too. Has about the Rad. If we get a religion of the Chrono Trigger on SNES, yeah. I also tend to be the kind of guy who is like, more often than not, you might want to play the original version of a game, because later versions will retroactively add references to the sequel, or it's just gonna be weird. Like, if you're gonna play Ocarina of Time, why would you play the 3DS version? Because it's the N64 version that got all the highest ratings at the time, and it was that one that was influential in creating the Z targeting system and what have you. Like, that's the version people should probably experience. Lint is cat, not Gravity Rush? You keep mentioning Gravity Rush, and I keep not having any idea what that is. Is Gravity Rush something that you could reasonably request me to play for 50,000 channel points? That might be the only way I ever find out what that is. Let's see if Sergius, what can the Dragon God do for you? Like some kind of big head honcho mafia boss? Yeah, I guess that's one way of interpreting that. Think it's on Steam? Is it less than 10 bucks on Steam? Or would somebody gift it to me if that one? Let me see. I'm gonna... Gravity Rush? I don't see Gravity Rush, I see a Gravity Runner, which is something different. This is somehow gonna turn out to be a Kingdom Hearts game. Vita and PS4. Okay, well, I do have a PS4. I have my brother's PS4. Wouldn't know how to get the game for it. Hang on. Oopsie poopsie. Not PSP, but Vita. So. Potato. It seems like that's one that Sony could bring over if they wanted to, but their strategy for putting things on PC seems to be mostly an advertising move. Like, they will port over an old game to advertise a new game. Do I have that right? I forget that the time warp is just called rest. It's a completely different connotation. Do I want to use Tapita in here? I had to use him to get this far, but do I want to keep him? I like him, but... Okay, Lyn is mandatory. Do you all have any preferences on who I'm taking with me? Who are we partying with? Just close my eyes and push the button whenever and hope that it lands on somebody not in the party. Oh, we got Nina. Eyes closed. Is this? Nope. Reroll. Well, that's not a great party, because now I have no healer. Do I have any... Okay, I have healing herbs. I have vitamins. It'll be fine. Tired of eating bun whales. It's opening it. Yeah. These people defeated that awful trout man. Yup. Please enjoy the sights at Whale Cave. Kind of wish they would let you see, get a little closer to the left. You just see the blue sky. You kind of wish you would see some water down there. Maybe if you could come here during the evening hours, you see a nice sunset gradient. It feels like this place should have a more scenic view than it does, perhaps. But then again, you only ever come there the one time. Okay. Lynn might be able to break it. That might actually be a good thing of flavor text. Like, giving you specific instructions what to do, because as a kid, I definitely got stuck here, not knowing that there would ever be instances where you can use your field abilities when not in the field. We just do, yeah, it doesn't seem like I have a screenshot of whatever this little fence might have said in the original. Did I actually miss that? That's bad. Well, are we still gonna be able to hear the voices after I break that? Okay, there we go. Seems like it's all the same stuff. That seems... Oh, that's... Okay. Hello? It's raining men and other things. Oh, shut up. Malial? What is this name? Malial? Is that a reference that was supposed to be there originally? Yeah, this might be legit. Or, Okay, so... let's see here. Let's figure out this name situation. So in Japanese, his name is...
Mayoru. Mayoru.
Mayoru. Which... The Breath of Fire wiki suggests it is supposed to be Mayol. Jacques Mayol. I can't pronounce French names. Jacques Mayol, French diver, holder of many world records in free diving. Like, that seems like the kind of name you could associate with a person dealing with whales. So what is the Malleol name then? I do a Google search. I find Aristide Mylol, which that's not the same name at all. That has moved the letter I over. Is it still supposed to be a reference to a French painter and sculptor? If so, why? I just see he's made sculptures of naked women. I definitely feel like this, whatever Google is suggesting is not what the translation is referencing. Okay, search only for Malleol. The sculptor is still showing up too. I would be inclined to believe that that it's a reference to the diver. Yeah, wait, let's see. Okay, if I'm reading closer on the diver's wiki. When he was 7, he would skid out with his older brother in the seas around Karatsu, Japan, where he saw a dolphin for the first time. Mayol described the fateful encounter in his book Homo Delphinus, the dolphin with a man. Yeah, no, that is definitely the reference that's being made. So this translation just fumbled this reference here. How is the Japanese name written?
Mayol.
It's written like this. Alright. Not what you would call used to people just dropping in on me like this. Waka waka. Hey Ark, welcome back. Are you wondering what you have missed? I'm just doing a deep dive on how the translation fumbled the name of this guy. The what was that? The "It's Raining Men" message. Yeah. Wait, it's in the original. Hang on, it's not even a big stretch. Yeah, in the original, he says it's raining people. It's raining people. He says wah, it's raining people. Which, like, it's basically the same joke if you want to think that it's a joke, but then it lets the punchline happen in your own mind without being overt about it. Those are katakana letters, meaning the name comes from another language. Huh. I would not be able to make that distinction or necessarily know that. Well, anyway. I want to think it's a reference to Japanese person. Yeah, no, the suggestions we have is either French sculptor or French diver. So I'm inclined to believe that it's this French diver, like the fan wiki says. This French diver who was born in Shanghai, China, and spent summer holidays in Karatsu, Japan. Little ones. Ho and Sidon. Because they can't be Tree and Ton to make Triton. They need to change that for no reason. Keeping the same idea but changing it just for the sake of changing it. Good sirs, like, why would he choose to put the gendered sirs in here when you're like basically guaranteed to have Kat in your party? I mean Lynn in your party, because she's the only one who can open this up, and you need to have her in the party to complete this dungeon. In the mouth of a whale. Legends tell of entire armies carried across the ocean by these great beasts. What legends? What legends? In the original, he says the whale is amazing. It can carry people across the ocean, and of course, to understand human language. Nothing about legends. What kind of legends are we referencing here? Okay, so at least this fan translation know that it's the uvula and not the Adam's apple that is being depicted. So that's one tiny little error being corrected from the original. Needs to address the whale's grandpa. Big stone dummy shows up in our dreams all the time. Huh. Shows up in the dolphin dreams? What? I guess that is true to the original. Han says, you know what, that's a scary doll. Tree says, that's right. The weird stone doll comes out in a dream. So Tree, the blue one, apparently has dreams about the stone doll. I maybe took that line to mean something else. Like it's inflicting the dreams on the whale. I mean, that is what it's doing, but it's also... I didn't realize that was necessarily also affecting the dolphins. Statue of some kind in the whale's stomach. Houses on a beach west of here. It's not a house, you just live in a cave. House is not accurate. The original is more accurate. He says, I'll be going now. I live on a beach to the west. Come by and see me if you have any questions. He doesn't say house. House is inaccurate. There's no house. You are unhoused. Always keep thinking that there's a treasure chest there. Let's get to slapping. Ooh. I might need Nina to be casting. Oh, heck. Oh, actually, it's fine. Save our AP, save our AP. Just run away from that. Save the AP. You're all alone. Auto. We get crits. Big and strong. Maybe now we can cast some lightning. Apparently I need to have them targeting separate enemies. Having lightning come in. Just did this. I guess this is an opportunity to fix my previous mistake. be enough? Lightning gonna kill them? I don't think it's gonna kill them. Oh, now it's gonna. Good thing I have all those healing items. I don't know that any of the treasure here is worth just straying from the main path for. Maybe I should just rush it. Actually, there wasn't anything here, was it? Suddenly I'm second guessing myself. Initiative, wonderful. Oh yeah. So the one extra stepping out of the way that I do is somewhere where there's nothing to get. Right. No, maybe I'll pick up the treasure on the way back. On the way back out. Just gotta get to the end of this, with our AP intact. Why are these called hustlers? I'm sorry, what? Why? Is that accurate? Also translated as Codger in 3 and Wizard in 4. Let's see. Japanese name is this. Japanese pronunciation is
Hassurujiji.
Hassurujiji. I guess the Hasuru does it is hustle. Like that's about how that would come across. Unless it somehow means something else. Okay. Weird. Speaking of hustle, did you know it's September, so you can get 35% off all gift subs, or at least all that are 5 or more. If you are not currently subscribed and buy yourself a new subscription, it's 35% off. GG means old man. Yeah, it does. Does it have to? I recently in some context heard that just G means it can be used to mean like grandpa. Or is that just like short for GG? Okay, let's see what this got. Woe be unto him who wakens me from a slumber. Pain and suffering shall be his companions. He shall never again know peace. Can't I sleep? Haven't slept in so long. If I can sleep, then I'll put everyone else to sleep forever. Ugh. Look happy about something? What's there to be happy about? Too many ellipses. You deserve to sleep forever too. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite. Doing transparency by having the sprite flicker, so it's not clear whether the enemy is going to be rendered on stream at all or not. It's not super good. Hopefully we're not gonna be here very long though. But yeah, it's what can you do? Let's see how sleepy we get. That's asleep, that's asleep, that's asleep, that's everybody asleep. Hack. He is doing the scared face, yeah. He's doing the shock face, just way bigger mouth even than I got on that little popply old baby. No, Tapita just woke up. Come on, don't be doing this again. Let Tapita hit you with that soul sword for critical damage. No. No, come on. Let John wake up so that he can use his holy element weapon on you. '86. Yeah, if Jean weren't sleeping the whole time, he would have done incredible in this fight. With a regular attack in third place, Jean did more damage than Ryu in the front with a crit. Holy weapon be good. The Dream Fiend was defeated. That's what we're calling it. I cannot believe that emote is allowed to be, even though it's just a little door in this video game. It's a friendly door. Harmless little innocent little. We get in 3 whole dungeons. Yeah, so it's this one, and it's the memory tree tower, I think. And it's inside of the Queen of Tunlin / Melodia. Are those the ones? Like I remember the memory tower having this this tile set, but I don't really remember the doors or them moving in particular. Poor Queen feels so bad making her so uneven during the process. It's well, it does look funny. And I just... guess I try not to think about it. And the tree's not until the end of the tower. Yeah. Yeah, when you enter Aruhamiru's chamber, but isn't that one the case where it's just wide open like this and still not pulsating? I think that's how I remember it. And maybe that's why I made some distinction. I play this game hundreds and thousands of times, but I still always just end up doing the same scrape of, was there anything over here? Was there anything over there? Like, I still do the same route of pathing, of checking all of the rooms, instead of actually memorizing that the chests are here, 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 and here. You don't have to go here to confirm that there isn't anything here. You know that there's nothing there. You played this game 100 times. Nothing here. Nothing here. There's super nothing here. And it's weird that there's nothing here. Because it's like behind 2 doors. Wait. Oh. Hey, guts. We got to see some guts. There should so be a treasure chest here. Like, are you kidding me? How is there not a treasure chest there? It's like upsetting that there isn't anything there. Well, this has been actually really fun to play today. I I hope I can do this again soon and not wait another month or so for another channel cleanse. I guess maybe I'm hoping that I don't end up doing a full playthrough of Brave Battle Story or whatever it's called. This reveals a flaw with you playing this today and BBS tomorrow. What's that? Am I gonna be experiencing a land of contrasts? Am I going from best game of the generation to the worst? You guys commented extremely Breath of Fire 2 coded and hope the comparison doesn't sour your opinion on it. I'm not sure why it would sour my opinion on it. Like, I saw that there were some screenshots on the Steam page. And I don't necessarily think... I wasn't necessarily thinking Breath of Fire 2 looking at it the way it was laid out. I can see the comparison points. But it's just... That seems nice. That seems appreciated. That seems like something that the Genesis wasn't really doing. Like... If you look at all of the fantasy stars, like you see your characters when they attack, and you might see them from behind, from the shoulders and up, when you're choosing your moves. That's as much as you see them in battle. Shining in the darkness, you don't see your characters. It's just like first person. What else is a normal turn-based RPG on the Genesis that isn't a strategy RPG? Just really like BBS, man. Everyone says it's a great game on Masterpiece. I think the more you look at the game, I can tell those bootleg devs really cared about what they're making. There's something special about that to me. Yeah. That is what I want to see. That is what I want to get out of it. Like, what does the bootleg distinction really mean? Like, so they weren't allowed wide distribution. They weren't officially published by Sega, but they still made like an original concept, original game. Like it's not, to me, a bootleg is like Chinese developers putting Final Fantasy VII on the NES. Whereas you make an original game but don't get any distribution, that's still just being an indie dev. FF7's best NES game? What do you mean? I'm still gonna be all nostalgia goggled up and say that the Battle of Olympus is the best one. Because I played it when I was a kid. And you can ride a dolphin in it. And walk on the ceiling. and bribe the gods with olives. Little Samson? That's a respectable pick. Earthquake, Capequake. Why do we need to be clever? What do we need to be witty? Capequake is too much of a tongue twister. Capequake, 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 Capequake. Oh, that. Ah. Boing, boing, boing. Jehoshaphat, that was the darndest dream. What kind of accent are we giving Grandpa, and for what reason? Why do you sound old-timey Western? What in tarnation? Of course you gotta have tarnation if you're old-timey Western. Malone is real nice this time of year. Here, the circus has come to town. Meow, that's right. We are all belled up now. After all of this, we probably missed some party chat updates back in Township that we could have gotten. Now that we have this guy, now that we have the whale, we have access to much and more of the world. I think now is the time I gotta figure out what I'm doing about these township tenants. Actually, there's only the one empty house, right? Yeah, I was gonna get. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, there's only one empty house, so never mind. Play the harpsichord? Wait, change it from the piano. Oh, okay, so Sean's already acting like we've been to the circus and seeing what's going on there. Yeah, here's Ran. Stronger stomach than rat? I don't know, man. Ryu ate those bugs and couldn't hold them in. Prestidigitation. Yeah, sure. That is not a word that Sten would say. It's not a word that Sten would say. I'm making that judgment call. Has Whoopi updated? Nope. Whoopi updates very rarely, and as such is always like behind the curve of what's going on. So she is never actually useful. Well, and over here is Melodia. There's that circus. And here's an ugly duckling. That is one weird pineapple bird. Right, and we have unlocked this warp point. Following anything that doesn't have a beat. I don't know that I'm gonna be purchasing any better equipment from here, because even better stuff is just around the corner. See the killer events that's got everybody hungry for some salad. Grassman is yesterday's news. He'll be history. Eaten alive by a ferocious monster. It's me the willies? What kind of phrase? Gag me with a long sword? Oh my god. What year is it? Heading sea with Oopa Roopas. That's a good idea. Let's repeat line. Does this sound like a line you could get away with in 1994? What does she say in the original? Do I need to... Need to dig that out from a different folder. I do. Yeah, this is as close as we got in the original. It makes me want to go to the bathroom. House in your town with nobody in it. I'd love to set up my own riddle house. Well, you're gonna do that now. As interesting as an old pair of socks. Cabbage Patch Kid? I'm sorry. So in the real world, Capcom had to remove references to Othello, the board game. You think they would reference this crap? At least, okay, so Cabbage Patch Kids have not been a deal here. Cabbage Patch Kids has only been something that I've learned about online. So I did not know about how old the stuff actually was. First came out in 82? Okay, so it's at least not necessarily an anachronistic reference. It's... But still, I mean... Here to explain the joke. There is no joke, it's just a reference. Jolly Green's mouth? What's Jolly Green? What are we talking about? Jolly Green Giant is a mascot of the Green Giant Vegetable Company. Okay. Okay. No, okay. Hang on, wait. Okay, so in the original script, the monsters that you fight in the well in Capitan, they are all named for references to Japanese, like, chocolate manufacturers and chocolate brands. So making a reference to another, like, food company isn't out of the question. But, like, I've never heard of it before. It doesn't strike me as something that the Japanese would have known about. Maybe. Just weird. Just the density of references feels like it's increasing. Full slaughter. Ha ha ha. Stop the show. He wants an Oopa Roopa. 900 or 900,000 zenny. Salad splatter show. Triple S. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, you might want to avoid the innuendo of the salad toss show, which is there in the original. But on the other hand, even if unintentional, that's like one of the funnier lines. Like, why would you be afraid to include that when you have all of this profanity anyway? I was gonna ask, why do vegetables need a mascot, but then I realized that, oh yeah, America. They need all the extra incentive they can get to eat their veggies. If we're just working off of complete and utter stereotypes. Alright, let's see this guy's new riddles and quizzes. Which of these buttons will you not find on a Super NES controller? That would be the C button. On a touch-tone phone, which number is in the top right corner? Touch-tone phone. Okay, I believe there was some... okay, I believe there was a similar question to this in the original. Let me see if I have that here. I have the... Yeah, because it's... Yeah, okay. Okay, so in the original, the first question Watts asks is, which is red? Which is a question that's not localized, because American Super Nintendos that don't have colors on their buttons, they're all just purple. So that made sense to the Japanese and to Europeans, but not to Americans. And the second question in the original was also the push button phone. So I thought that one was weird even there, because it's like, why do you know what a phone is? We don't have that technology. We don't have that technology in the real world. Which of the following doesn't belong? Okay, so this one doesn't seem changed. Okay, which one doesn't belong, folks? Red, blue, green, purple, brown, or orange? I don't actually have a screenshot of this in from the original. Or not in the same place. I think this is one of those that we could never find out the justification of why is it that one. Do you restart or what? Story and a riddle. Oh, it doesn't matter. Little Red Riding. What? Question was which one doesn't belong. The Little Red Riding Hood was not referenced in the original. Now they're getting creative. So on the first check on her grandmother, who was taken ill with the flu along the way, Little Red Riding Hood was distracted by the most curious smell of flowers wafting through the trees. What a wonderful smell, Little Red Riding Hood thought. Wondered what flower that could be. I wandered off the path, went deeper into the forest, curious as to the source of the scent. Signs, smell grew unfamiliar. Soon she found herself at the foot of a great tree. There, to his surprise, he found a tiny fairy fallen on the ground. You're not hurt, are you, Mr. Fairy? Bandaged the fairy with her handkerchief. Right now, before the fairy, we should be found. What is this? Down at the fairy had fallen, she found a pendant lying in the grass. Mr. Fairy must have dropped it. Troubled by discovered Little Red Riding Hood one home, got into bed and quickly fell asleep, and let her grandma die of the flu. She was in her, and her dreams told her how to return the pendant to them. What the heck is this? I mean, you said flu. What? We don't have enough information to do a differential diagnosis. We know that in the story, flu was mentioned. We don't know that Grandma doesn't have the gout. In the original, this story seems to have replaced this riddle story. Two brothers are we, great burdens we bear, all day we are bitterly pressed. But this I will say, we are full all day, and are empty when we go to rest. What are we? Which, honestly, that's one of the better riddles. Like, it flows well, and the answer makes sense. I'm gonna read it again, slowly. Two brothers are we, great burdens we bear. All day we are bitterly pressed. But this I will say, we are full all day, and are empty when we go to rest. The correct answer for this is shoes. Two brothers are we, a pair of shoes. All day they're bitterly pressed from the inside by the foot. And they're empty when the foot is out, when they go to bed, because you probably don't sleep with shoes on, you weirdo. Anything else? Which of the following is the longest? 6 kilograms, definitely. Angstrom is a fun unit, but what do you mean all out of riddles? What do you mean all out of riddles? In the original, the point of recruiting Watts is that in the end, his last riddle is a hint about where to find Blue. So this translation removes any hint, any possible hint of finding Blue. Okay, so he restarts this if you leave and come back in. Does he not give you the hint if you get this one wrong? Okay. Which one doesn't belong? It's not green. Blue. No. I'll just save state there. Which doesn't belong? It's not orange. It's not purple. Why is it brown? Why is brown the one that doesn't belong? Why does it not belong? I guess it's the only one that's a mixture of 3 basic primary colors. But you have both those basic primaries and then these different mixtures of 2 of the colors. So it being 3 of them doesn't necessarily stand out as being exceptionally wrong. Also, it's a little weird to have a story about fairies and pendants and meeting in dreams and all of that, because that's something that would happen. Like that seems more like the fairies from 3 and maybe 4, mostly 3. There is definitely a lack of fairies in 2. But to only get it here in... Okay, wait. Oh, since I've gotten everything right, it's different. Is it different? One last time. It's a hard one, so think fast. Where can you find... Oh! Oh, you only get this if you get everything right up to that point. I didn't realize that. Okay. That makes more sense. Hold on. Any of my criticisms about that withdrawn? Where you can find the legendary Sorcerers. What the heck is Yi Cavern? But what are these locations? Okay, and now he's just looping on that. Weird. Well, that was worth seeing. Thousands any. To work right away. Here's how long it's gonna take. Enter once. Twice. Three times. It's 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. And that's number 7. And now, the icon has changed. We enter the 8th time, and it's different. So now I can recruit more people. I don't know who I want to recruit from here on. I don't know who I want to recruit from here on. Did it change anything you had to say? Okay, Sean didn't change. Yeah, Rad says different things based on whether he's in the room or down here, apparently. Is that also true of anybody else? I'm gonna have to think about who I wanna get for these last houses. I think I know one of them that I want. I'm not sure about the other two. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm tired. I'm not gonna go much longer. It's almost 2 a.m., so that's about the time that I would normally end, I reckon. We'll be back tomorrow with Brave Battle Saga, whatever that game's called. And whenever we come back to this fan translation, I will probably have done a bunch of off-stream grinding. Actually, I probably shouldn't do too much off-stream grinding before I get Spar. Ah, heck, but I gotta do a little. I gotta do a little off-stream grinding to get myself ready to be fighting the stuff. The Oopa Roopa and the Algernon battle before that. Okay, Bosch, can you snipe this thing successfully? Nice, thanks. So here's where I'm gonna be grinding a little. But we've done enough grinding on stream today. You know the place. Just pointing out how we have access to that now. So I'm gonna grind there. I'm gonna get the better equipment for everybody by whatever means I can. I'll figure out what tenant to get. I'll probably recruit them on stream. But I think for now we are done. That'll be it for the stream. Thank you so much for being here, keeping me company, having fun with this. It really helps me pass the time. Hey CW, thanks for speaking up. It's good to have you here. All right. Do I have a raid target? I don't think I have a raid target. That's super fine. We'll be back tomorrow, I hope. That's the plan. Push that button, and until next time, take care.